Vechain at the time of this recording has started an aggressive bounce to the upside after bouncing on a key area of support above the 0.027 in a move that has now given us a break above the 20-day MA here on the 1-hour chart. And the next key area of resistance that I'm watching to see a break above lies above the 0.02886, and the moment we manage to break above that, then I have my eyes above the 0.03 in the next coming hours. And on today's video, I will be discussing an Elliot structure that is playing out here on the Vechain chart, and also give you my breakout target areas. And for those of you that might be interested in taking some trades, you can check out Bybit, which is giving you up to $20 in sign-up bonuses, and you can also earn up to $30,000 in deposit bonuses. And getting back to the charts, to first give you an Elliot structure that I've been tracking since the 25th of July, when we saw a bit of a breakdown move, giving us a low below the $0.0265 over here. We saw a very nice bounce to the upside, where we picked above the 0.02887 in a move that I'm terming as an Elliott wave count 1. And after we picked in that Elliott wave count 1, whatever we expected next was a corrective structure in an Elliott wave count 2. And once we have a low in place in this Elliott wave count 2, we can expect an aggressive bounce in an Elliott wave count 3 before we can expect a wave 4, and then an Elliott wave count 5. And the minimum target areas for the second wave can be given by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave to the high of that Elliott wave count 1, giving me a minimum pullback target area for the second wave between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which perfectly lies between the 0.02764 and the 0.02734, which is an area that we fully maximized. And we are now seeing a bounce on this target area over here in what could be the start of an impulsive wave in an Elliott wave count 3, whose minimum target areas can be given by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that Elliott wave count 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, giving me a minimum target area for the third wave at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies above the 0.03110, and that will be my next target area once we manage to break above the significant high for this Elliott wave count 1. So in the next coming hours, we need to see a break above this area over here, maybe with a retest, and once that plays out, then the 0.031 will be my next target areas in the next coming hours. And once we have a high in place in this Elliott wave count 3, we can expect a pullback in an Elliott wave count 4, and then continue gearing up even higher in an Elliott wave count 5 over here. And remember that this Elliott wave structure that I have here on the charts in blue is just a micro Elliott wave count within an even larger Elliott wave count 5, which I have been tracking here on the charts. And this is all based on an Elliott wave structure that I started to track on the 5th of July, when we saw a massive breakdown move over here, where you can all see that we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, where we first peaked in an Elliott wave count 1, then we saw a bit of a breakdown move in an Elliott wave count 2, then we saw that aggressive bounce in an Elliott wave count 3, fully maximizing the minimum target areas for that Elliott wave count 4, that is Elliott wave count 3, before we started a bit of a breakdown move in an Elliott wave count 4, whose breakdown target areas I have highlighted here on the chart in blue, and this is an area that we also fully maximized. And since we fully maximized that target area, there are high chances that we have now bottomed out in this Elliott wave count 4, and whatever is playing out at the moment is the start of an impulsive wave in this Elliott wave count 5. And because of the impulsive nature in that Elliott wave count 5, I am expecting to see a micro Elliott wave count in a 5 wave structure, having the Elliott wave count 5 giving us the high for this larger Elliott wave count 5 that I have right here. And to just give you the minimum target areas for these larger Elliott wave count 5, I will be connecting the trend-based Fibonacci once again from the low of the first wave to the high of that Elliott wave count 1, then dragging the fibs to the high of that Elliott wave count 3, giving me a minimum target area for the Elliott wave count 5 at the fib level 0.618 as the first target area, which perfectly lies above the 0.03677, and a break above that with even more bullish momentum, we can easily see Vechain get above the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies above the 0.04144. So that is the price action that I'm expecting, and those are my breakout target areas. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I will be keeping you up to date.